Okay, guys, here we go. New series. New series, old aggravation, really. This is Tamar and Vince. This is season 3. It's episode 1. First thing I'm going to say from the door, you all know Tamar drives me crazy. She just drives me crazy. But the thing is, I've noticed with this, she needs to learn to trust Vince. She needs to trust Vince, listen to what Vince is saying and what he's trying to do. And I think she'd be much better off than trying to do what she wants to do, because every time she tries to do something she wants to do, it just fucks up because she's a goon. She's a fucking goon. But anyway, let's go forward. First thing they do, they start off is Evelyn is with her, Vince, and they're going to this VIP breakfast. She's supposed to speak. No real big deal. It's women's empowerment. Very easy. Very easy to speak. I just didn't get it. She went up there and just sounded like a fake bumbling buffoon. She got to talk about Mighty Mouse and some other shit and superheroes and dang, dang, dang. She's an idiot. She's an absolute idiot. Then she tried to do this little fake cry. Really? Some old bullshit. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. But she's not authentic. That's what the problem is. See, I never have a problem speaking. I can be thrown up to speak anywhere at any time. And I think that I'm a very authentic person. So what I have to say, it never changes. My views on things never change. It's always the same. So I'm always ready to talk about it at any time. If you throw me up and you tell me about, you say this is a women's empowerment meeting, of course I have something to say about that. And it's always the same thing. My feelings are the same about women's empowerment. So what's the issue, Tamar? And you're a woman. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. But she's so busy being what she thinks people want her to be. But then that's probably for the best, because her real personality sucks. Yeah, because I think the Tamar that we actually see, the bitch, that's the real Tamar. So who is that really attractive to other than the Tamartians? Anyway, she fussed about that for about half the program. The fact that Vince didn't tell her until a few minutes before she was going on that she was going to be speaking. Weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Even her mother was like, girl, you need to let that go and move on. You let it go and move on. A mess. Next, she did it was an empowerment concert. This is all down in Miami. Same time as her doing this little concert that she was going to do. She could take some notes from the people that are around her. Michelle Williams actually came into the back room. Just an absolute lady. A lady, spoke with everybody. Everybody was happy to see her. It was very positive. But that's Michelle. She's been groomed. You know, Destiny's Child, you could put any of them. Beyonce, Kelly, or Michelle anywhere. And they know how to act as their lady. They are rehearsed. They know how to do it. And they know how to pay attention to the people that are around you, Tamar. Stop being so ridiculous all the damn time. You know? And then there was, now I will give her this, because she always dresses like an idiot. She had this really sharp white jumpsuit on when she performed. That's how she should dress all the time, in regular clothes. Leotards and dance skins and things like that, they're not for you, Tamar, because you can't dance. You can't dance, and you're not putting down no whole lot of dancing. It's just ridiculous, some of that shit that you put on. And then, but again, if you ever pay attention to her, when she's talking to the crowd, it has no type of, it's just stupid. It's just gibberish. She's just jibber-jabbering on. And you know, get your man. Now, this is an empowerment concert. Get your man, girls. Get your line. Last thing that you're talking about in a women's empowerment environment is about getting a man. It ain't about a man. It's about what are you doing for you. You're an idiot, Tamar. An absolute idiot. And then had the nerve to sit up there, and last week you're talking about something about pageants, reek, and this, that, thing, and the other. You talking about Kenya Moore. You ought to get with Kenya and try to figure out some of those answers that she has for certain social issues. You damn fool. But anyway, moving on. They go to a studio, meet with LaShawn. He's playing some tracks. The tracks were good. They really were. There were some nice tracks he pulled out. She just really was real down on his work, and you could tell in his face he didn't really appreciate it. And she's going on about being a songwriter. Anyway, move on. Then they went ahead and they did the concert. Now, I was surprised that she has Roxy Andrews. She had Roxy Andrews to do her makeup and stuff while she was down there in Miami. Roxy Andrews, if you don't know, she's a female impersonator. And she did very well and lasted very long, all the way to the end, actually, of RuPaul's Drag Race last season. And she actually even imitated Tamar on one of the competitions on the show. I was surprised that Tamar had actually taken to her like that because she's so fucking shady. But then again, you know, hell, Tamar's gayer than I am at times, you know, with all her get your life and miss things and all that, because I don't even do all that. So, you know, but it was, you know, to put the spotlight on Roxy, I thought was cool. But you notice Roxy's ass wasn't in drag. Roxy was not in drag. You're not going to take the spotlight away from me, bitch. You know, but that was nice that she put her on the show and all that. So that was cool. And then she has this dancer, Alvester. He's an absolute little hottie. But they were trying to make this real quick change to the choreography and that. Vince did not care for it. And you could tell he didn't care for it. And then when they actually did do it in the concert, it was like a quick costume change and all of this. It just did not work out right. It was just a flop. You know, and he let her go ahead and make the mistake. He let her go ahead and make that mistake. And she needs to do that to figure out what works and what doesn't work. She didn't make the costume change in time. She's coming from the back singing, so that was a big flop. She was supposed to be rolled out on the rafter. Child, the rafter went out without her. She had to climb up on it. And then the whole thing with Alvester and her, it was very sexually tense. Vince didn't care for it and said, you know, if she had respect for me, she wouldn't even put that in there. She put it on in there anyway. Didn't give a fuck what he thought it was real, real cute. And Alvester he really was all over. He wrote all on her butt and everything. She tried to put it off on, I had a wardrobe malfunction, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Honey, that zipper was up in your back where it didn't zip. And nothing to do with your ass and Alvester all on your ass. It was what it was. She thought it was cute. Hell, like I said, Alvester is a hottie. So it was what it was. That bitch was getting her life. And Vince didn't care for it. And then, you know, even when it was bad when they did the rehearsal, but it was worse during the concert, and Vince was really not happy. She was sitting up in hair and wardrobe the next day, literally shading and clowning Vince, and Vince overheard her and came back to her and said, now listen, don't get yourself embarrassed on the show. Do not get yourself embarrassed on the show here. And she's like, what? No, I mean, we said we were going to tell you that she's trying to clean it up. He going to say, Tamar, listen, you don't want to do this on here. You don't want to do this while this camera's rolling and all that. Watch your mouth. You know, this, that, and the other. He said, your mouth and your attitude. He got that bitch right the fuck together and shut her down because she was out there clowning him. Roxy's doing her makeup and little stylist guys out there. She was literally clowning Vince. You know, about the fact that he didn't like what went on with Alvester and all that. He came right from the back and let that bitch have it. I said, shut you right the fuck up, you goddamn muppet. But anyway, moving on, there was one other thing, and that's basically all they did during this segment. But they actually had, in her confessionals, who the fuck did her makeup and her hair? Because there's this one where she has the wig with the part down the middle. It looked like Logan did her makeup and stuff. And it looked like she had ate a cart full of steroids. Her face is just as fat. Or maybe that's the way, I don't know, maybe that's the way the wig was or something. But you know if you take a Barbie doll and take their head and push it down too far, the face becomes fat. That's what her face looked like. Like she ate a crate of steroids or something. She looked ridiculous. She need to fix that. That's horrible. But anyway, that was it. That was the first episode. Looks like there's going to be a lot of fights with him and her, and he don't seem to be taking her shit. So, You guys, as always, thumbs up or thumbs down the video. You tell me what you think down there in the comments. I'll be tearing her ass up week to week because she's just ridiculous and the child don't seem as though she's learning anything. But I'm telling you, Tamar, you need to stop for a minute. Listen to your husband, bitch, because he knows what he's doing. You're just so busy trying to be so goddamn grand and you always come off as an idiot. You need to listen to your husband. And on that, I'm going and I'm out. See you guys next week.